This is Big D with Big D's Music Corner, and I'm honored to have my dear friend and arena rocker superstar, as well as the owner of Holy Center. He's doing his first festival this year, Summer of Sin?
Summer of Sins Festival, camp out and music festival.
And so I'm going to ask you some questions, fire, cause I know you're super busy in between being invited to the Post Malone big ass tour. You guys are the crew that gets everybody going. I know from experience, you guys bring the heat. Like I told you and Chill, you guys are the heartbeat of the venue because you direct the crowd's energy, and I could tell you guys are flawless.
Appreciate it.
I want to give you your flowers.
Yes, sir.
So what inspired you to be a DJ? How did you get started?
Okay, so this is random. I never thought I'd be a DJ. I was
You're
in
a good
college.
one.
Sorry. I was in college. I dropped out, and I started throwing teen parties.
Okay.
But I didn't know what I was doing. My homie had two little CD mixer table things, whatever you want to call them back then, and I was just playing music. I wasn't doing nothing crazy. And the kids are like, "What's your name?" I'm like, Hylyte. And after that, they just started calling me DJ Hylyte. And it started there, and then I fell in love with it. I've always loved music. So started there, and then I just perfected my craft, and it just grew with time.
Now, can you give me an example about a key moment that influenced that?
Thank you, man. Y'all crushed it, brother.
Hey, man, appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Much love, brother.
Nice to meet you,
trusting,
brother.
brother.
Dennis, Big D, thank you. So, what was it like for you in the beginning? What were someone where you were like at an event or doing a party or whatever? You said, "This is something I want to chase with all I got."
So doing music from a youngster to an adult, music, I used to be a rapper.
Okay.
So I always loved music. I always knew I wanted to be on the big stage. And I was a kid, I always running around. I want to be famous. And then I realized I sucked at rapping. You feel what I'm saying? But I knew I loved
Me
music.
too.
You know what I'm saying? I sucked. So I was like, you know what? Instead of being that guy that's like, oh, I'm a dope rapper, I'm like, how about I try to help other people rap? So then I found my artist Doobie.
Fire, new record just dropped, right?
Yes, sir. Until I get to heaven. Doobie. And I was touring with Jelly before I found Doobie, and I was his DJ as well. And then, once I got into that realm of touring and stuff, man, I just knew I just wanted, that was my niche. I knew I could, that's my place on stage. So that's when I really fell in love with him. I just got to touch people and see people, different people, meet new friends around the nation. It was just something I fell in love with.
You know what I loved about the last tour when you came out with Jay on the Beautifully Broken tour? And I follow you on IG, all your socials, and the love you gave back to the community.
Yeah.
Like for me personally, you know, Vegas is a full story moment, but like when you reach out to people in the crowd, with the connection you have when you guys do certain songs, like it is so tangible. You could feel the room shift with the energy. Can you tell me about a time or someone that's done that for you in your career?
Like made me what?
That it just kind of felt like it took you to the next level. Like they saw you where you were at and elevated you to like, this is where they gave you that hand back that you seem to give to so many other people.
I know this is cliche to say this response, but this man right here, Jelly Roll, I thank him all the time. He is like a person that's like, I'm not going to give you shit. I'm going to put you in position and then you take it from there. If it was one person I had to say like that catapulted me to where I could like utilize that to put all my family and friends on, it was him. You know what I'm saying? He is that guy. You know what I'm saying? He is not selfish. He's not a gatekeeper. He shows love and he puts his people in position, and that's one of them right there.
You know what I love about that, especially you mentioned Jay, is that you have a weekly show that you were doing before you got back on tour, Wednesday nights, Flush It or Love It, I think it was what it called.
Crowd Control Live.
Crowd Control Live is where you take unknown artists. You give them an email to send you, and you put it on a platform that literally is reaching all over the world now. Because when you guys did the Beautifully Broken, you guys went to Canada, and that kind of loops into the last question is that when you do your interviews or your shout outs of pictures, like I can tell you as someone who became a fan, who seems you, I consider you like a brother. It's like when someone sees you at that level, it takes you to another round. And I just want to thank you on that. Now,
sure.
What's the turning point or the big break? Sorry. I had to do notes because I was going to be super nervous. I didn't want to verbally throw up on you.
We're family.
What took you from doing the local gigs to the international stages? We will continue in 5 minutes.
We'll be back. Big D.
All right. So we're back again. They just finished the killer final set at this tailgate. And it kind of goes into what we were talking about earlier. What's something like that vibe that you guys were able to take? The crowd was kind of rising with like a tide, and all of a sudden this tsunami of energy hit.
Yeah.
What's something like that that's happened in your career that told you like, oh shit, this is gonna roll?
I'm gonna keep it real. After I was Jelly's DJ for those 8 years and him taking me where he took me, when I got with Doobie and took him to LA, and he went viral overnight, that was a tsunami. I'm talking about from like barely anything to millions and millions and millions of views. So I knew at that point, I'm like, oh, I got something. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. If you could go back in time as Hylyte today to young Hylyte who just found music, what's one piece of advice you would give yourself?
Sacrifice every day.
Everything.
Friends, family, girlfriends, the kids are going to people don't understand the sacrifice, and I talk about it all the time because it's something I really had to make a choice to do. Like my kids were 1 and 2 years old when I moved to LA, and losing that time with them when they were that young. But now they get to reap the benefits of the hard work, hard work on struggling, and me clothing them, and just a stress-free lifestyle. So like the sacrifice is the biggest part. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have that. Everybody's like, I got bills, I got a car payment, I got a house note. Everybody does, mostly. You know what I'm saying? And I had that. And I risked it for the biscuit. You feel me?
You want it for the juice. The juice is worth the squeeze.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, of course, it sounds easy now, but it was horrible then. Juggling bills and, trying to make it work. So sacrifice is definitely the biggest part of advice I can give them, the consistency.
Let me ask you this, to wrap up with this question. For young entrepreneurs who are coming in, because you aren't just DJ Hylyte. You are the owner and the founder of Holy Center. You got the Summer Sin Camp Festival, the inaugural season. You have your producer, your DJ. Like, you have so many irons in the fire. For someone like myself who's trying to branch out, what piece of advice could you give me going forward?
What I just gave. I don't know who that lady is behind the camera, but she gonna have to get risk for it too. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only advice I give to you, man. Is just stay consistent and don't look back. You know what I'm saying? Don't think twice. Whatever that guts thing is usually correct. You know what I'm saying? So just risk it.
I want to give you your flowers and tell you thank you. And since the day I met you, you've always given me nothing but love. You're always a positive force. Where can everybody find you at?
Follow me on everything at Hylyte, Hylyte. Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Shout out to Big D. This is my boy right here. His story is way cooler than mine. So make sure you tune in for that. I'm sure you're going to talk about that again soon. So yeah.
I appreciate
you, brother. Thank you.
I appreciate it. That's fine.